Hey friends, I'm gonna just have a little fun today. I'm going to do a versus. I'm going to review two sticks. I've got the Besa Cigar right here. Pow! I'm gonna put the picture right there, and I've got the Boom Blueprint. I'll put the picture right there too. I'm gonna call this my cigar podcast. Compare and contrast two cigars. I'm going to rate them, and this is how I'm going to do it. Right here, I'm going to do the Blueprint, and then over here, I'm going to just kind of have some fun with it and sit in different seats and do the Besa. So I think I just said it. Make sure I just said it correct. The Blueprint is from the Burndown podcast, and the Besa Cigar is from the Cigar Guys podcast. So like I said, I'm just going to have a little fun with reviewing these two sticks from the podcast world, from the cigar podcast world. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Great Cigars rating system. Now, this is just really for entertainment, okay? I do have a technical medical super palate. I don't know really what that means because, I mean, I do. But what I'm saying is just take this lightly because you could like roast chicken. You could love, seared lamb. But maybe some people hate that. Okay, and also some people who have a super palate, two of the same people that have that, that doesn't mean they like the same things at all. It just means they can maybe taste like the rosemary or the thyme in the chicken, where some people maybe can't notate that at all. So that's what I'm saying and where it's coming from. So with my love of cigars, I'm just going to have a little fun with it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Great Cigars rating system. I just chose that for fun here. I've done it before. I'm a big support of Jim in Pennsylvania. I guess I'll put his information right there. Shout out to Jim over there. I forget the town. I have to write it. This is what he does. It's a 4-part system, 25, 25, 25, 25, equaling 100 points. We've got appearance, construction, flavor, and price point value. That's the system that Great Cigars uses. That's kind of the system I'm going to be using today. It's a little bit different than other rating systems, like when certain magazine outlets get that 100 points. I'm going to reach it a different way. So let's cut and light. All right, so I'm going to cut and light the Blueprint. So while I do that, let's talk about the Burndown podcast for a second. So shout out to Justin and Eric over there. Boom. I'm going to V-cut this. No, you know what? Just for fun, I'm going to do a crown cut. That's when I hit the V-cut right down the center of the band there. I simply turn it a 90 degree, and I just hit it with my V-cut one more time. And like I said, just for fun, I'm doing what's called a crown cut. It actually has a couple different names, I think, but I just call it the crown cut. So, all right, so we are going to toast the foot. All right, so now I'm going to cut and light the Besa. So this is by the Cigar Guys podcast, and they're a bunch of fun. I think there's the two Albanian brothers in the Cigar Guys, right? I think it's a group of 3 or 4 guys, and they're really cool and fun. And Besa is an Albanian cultural precept, translated as faith or oath. It means to keep the promise. So this has a little bit of, it's to the heart for them. Don't get me wrong. The other guys, they had heart as well. I guess we have good competing sticks here because right on light up, ooh, it's nice and peppery, nice and smooth. And I like that. I love a nice, smooth, peppery, creamy stick. All right, so right on light up, the Blueprint has a nice open draw, a beautiful smoky output. And let's see, as we're going to work our way through the first, second, and last third. All right, so like I said, one of the 4 components of rating this cigar is appearance. And I'm going to let you know that, okay, like right when you walk in the humidor, this and that, or even I guess if you're just scrolling online, seeing what you want to buy, what does it look like? What's grabbing you? Definitely more in the humidor in person in your local lounge, right? So appearance is twofold for me. It's the band and it's the wrapper. So this band, it is very thoughtful, cool. It has really cool artwork. So I really like that. So it's definitely an eye-grabbing band. It's got the way they write the word. The blueprint is almost kind of looks like that kind of font and coloration of like a house blueprint, which is kind of cool. And of course, the band is blue, and it's very appropriate. And the surrounding the B is a nice gold inlay. So I definitely think that the appearance of the band is definitely cool, definitely eye-catching. And if I saw this just without really knowing in a humidor and I was like, what should I try new? I would definitely grab this. And plus, side note, I have twin sons, and both of their names, they call them the B twins. It starts with B, Benjamin and Bradley. So when I see the B, I would say, I'm going to grab that. All right, so also for appearance, it's the wrapper itself. And I wrote this down so I didn't forget what this the blueprint is made of. So this wrapper, actually, I could see with my eyes that part. I don't need to write down. I see it's smooth and not veiny. The wrapper is Mexican San Andreas, and the binder is Ecuadorian Sumatra. And the fillers, actually, for this cigar is an assortment. So, and it's including tobacco from Pennsylvania. So shout out to Jim. Great cigars in Pennsylvania. So the fillers in this particular cigar is an assortment from a few different places. I believe also the Dominican. But like I said, definitely including leaves from Pennsylvania. So I'm smoking through the first third here. What I did was I wrote down some notes just to do this the proper justice, since it is like technically a review and not just like a leisurely smoke as I'm podcasting and chit-chatting and this and that. I really wanted to get the nuances, taste the notes and all that. So what I'm going to say is that this stick, I'm getting beautiful notes of pepper, but also here's where they are. On the palate and in the note on the draw, but in the nose, like right now even, right? Like I've always said in a couple of my episodes that just this right now, the billowing smoke that I can smell is if that's equally as pleasant, then I enjoy the stick that much more. A lot of the AJ Fernandez sticks, I get that, right? Or if it's just like here, and you kind of chilling right in your mouth before you draw it, but your aroma going through your palate, the back of your nose, the smoke. That's where I'm getting some beautiful pepper. Now, pepper, honestly, there's that rainbow pepper. I think that's actually in my my pepper mill. Believe it or not, there's the regular black pepper. There's white pepper. So honestly, for this, I can't exactly pinpoint it. It's more black pepper than white pepper, and it's just a beautiful note, because for me, I feel like I could say the blueprint could probably go well with a steak. I mean, I'm sure maybe they intended that, but I don't know. And if you don't eat steak, maybe even sometimes, when you do chicken on the grill and you just get those beautiful like charred notes, that's kind of a nice hint of the pepper, but also a beautiful creamy cocoa as well. So for me, this could also pair well with coffee beautifully. So I guess what I'm saying, in my opinion, the blueprint can be a morning stick, if that's or with a after dinner stick. So honestly, this is very versatile, and I've had these in the past. Actually, I'm a big fan, so I grabbed the blueprint. I think it was sometime last year, as soon as they came out, and I loved them then. Haven't smoked them in a few months, and I love them now. This was the Robusto Gordo. This is a 5" by 54 ring gauge. All right, look, it's got a nice ash. Again, nice smoky output. So just to kind of, we're getting close to the final third here. So let's see, what did I cover? I don't want to miss anything here. Some nice smooth cocoa, like I said, pepper, creamy. I definitely recommend retrohaling. And I do have a video on that. If you don't know how to do it, just type in Authentically Angela, or just search in my videos there to get that retrohale how-to. Because that really helps open up the palate to get all the flavor notes. So I don't know if I'm repeating this because, magic of editing. So the flavor, 25 out of 25, 100%. And so now the price point value, again, this is the Great Cigars review. So I gave it a 24 out of 25. And that, again, this is a $10 to $12, I think. So that to me is a really good value. This was the Robusto, like I said, Gordo. So it's a beautiful size for the price. Value, yes. So there's the price point of, but the value is like all rolled into one, because meaning, how big is the stick? Is it a Churchill? Is it a Robusto? Is it, this and that? Is it $8? Is it $22? Does it compare? Does the price also compare with how much smoke you're getting? Like, is it a 45-minute smoke? Is it a 2-hour stick? This and that. So I feel like it's a fair value, fair price. And again, sometimes, like, I'm here in New York, and we know tobacco tax is high. So if you get it in your local brick and mortar, it's probably going to cost you more than 10 or 12. But online, you can get this, and it's a good deal. So I also want to mention that absolute value, because they did a lot of testing and researching for this. I know it was like 2 years in the making. So it was developed with Jonas from Blackbird Cigar Company. So that's why I gave it a 24 out of 25. I feel like it's absolutely worth the value. Construction. Nicely rolled. The outside wrapper is not coming undone in any way. So all in all, I give this a 93 out of 100, and that's a great rating. All right, so now I'm going to move over to here, and I'm going to do the next review. So appearance. The band has the Albanian cultural history on it. There's a picture of a really cool old-timey guy on here. But it's, again, when you go into the humidor and you're like, what should I smoke? What looks good? The wrapper on this is beautiful, but the band, I gave this appearance a 22 out of 25 because I can't really see it. It's a little dark, and it should, to me, in my humble opinion, don't get mad. It just should be a little more clear. Maybe his face should be a little bigger. It seems a little narrow, but I'm just, I'm here to give the truest critique, good or bad or indifferent. That's what I'm here for, just to help people understand where I got to reach the 22 out of 25. Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, which I usually love to smoke. So this is a good pick, Ecuadorian Habano wrapper. And the binder is Ecuadorian Sumatra. And the filler is Dominican and Nicaraguan. So I usually also tend to favor sticks that either are 100% Nicaraguan puro, which is, means all three origins. The wrapper binder filler comes from the same country. I tend to really enjoy Nicaraguan fillers. So let's see. We need to smoke this along. We need to get some flavor notes. I'll write down some more notes. And you know what? When I ordered this stick, it's so cool. The Cigar Guys, they have this really cool pen with the stylus on top, but it says right on it, the Cigar Guys, with a picture of a cigar on it, and it says the professional cigar smokers. So that's that's pretty cool. All right, so the Besa has a beautiful smoke output, near perfect draw, nice, clear, and open. And I misspoke before I triple looked this up. The picture on the band is an Albanian commander, so some type of military person. So again, it's really cool. It has history to it. I know, like I said, near and dear to their hearts, but I don't know, maybe just a little bit I just need to see it. So, anyway, comment below and be like, Angela, be quiet. It's perfect. We're all in America. We all have our own opinions, right? So as I'm smoking this along, I'm getting some beautiful pepper notes. And again, I did mention that with the blueprint, but this also is just very creamy, hazelnut. And this I definitely would pair with a coffee. And I would dare say, too, that this could be a morning and an evening stick. A nice blend. It hits the tip of the tongue. It hits the back of the tongue. And if you're retrohaling, it's that whole, like, there's no, like, when you're retrohaling, there's no sting. You know, that's why when I say smooth, that's kind of what I mean. My final third here of the Besa. And when the cigar, you know, starts to burn down in that final third, it warms up the cigar, and when it reaches the band, the warmth reaches the band, it loosens up the fruit pectin that holds the band, right? So I just wanted to kind of share, makes it easier for the band to clearly come off, that I use a cigar journal. So what that means is, you know, someone could gift you a stick, or maybe you know, you have a cigar and maybe you won't smoke that same brand for whatever reason for a year or two later, and you want to remember, did I like that stick? So basically what it is a cigar journal. It's, you know, that it is what it is, a journal, right? So you just tape the band in, you mark what the cigar is, what were the flavor notes, would you smoke it again? So I just kind of wanted to share that with you, being that my band came off and I'm getting close to the end here. So this cigar has been burning very fairly evenly. I didn't really experience much touch-up. I personally didn't experience in this smoke much canoeing at all. Now, again, they do say when you order a box of cigars, right, sometimes there's that one-off where it's, you know, it's all this and that, canoeing and the construction, you just, there's sometimes the one in that whole box that didn't make it quite well. So there's that. But I just have to do that disclaimer. But in this case, this is burning great, evenly and smooth, and again all the way through the end. Beautiful pepper, beautiful creaminess. So again, appearance, I rated 22 out of 25. Construction, 23 out of 25. Flavor, 25 out of 25. Love it. Love it. For me, too, sometimes I don't, like, if things do get a little flaky or canoe, for me, it doesn't, that part doesn't bother me. I'm just speaking on what it's doing for the nature of this video. But flavor, without a doubt, is my, you know, will I smoke that again? So if it canoes and it has great flavor, will I smoke it again? Me? Yes. Okay? But we're just doing the breakdown. And price point value, for me, I just gave it a 22 out of 25. Again, only because, you know, of the size compared to the price. But I get it. I mean, I'm not really trying to be negative. I'm just trying to share my opinion. So overall, I give the Besa, where did I put it? If I can do my math, a 92 out of 100. I mean, that's an A. That's great. A 92 out of 100. That's still great. So thanks for joining along. Like I said, this is just me bantering. It's kind of fun. I just kind of wanted to break out 2 podcast cigars, and I definitely will be smoking this again, I'm sure. Oh, you know what, too? They gave me, actually, when I ordered it, there was like an unmarked one. So that was cool. Thanks. I'm going to be smoking that in one of my upcoming podcasts. So thanks. I want to say thanks to the cigar guys over here. Thanks to the Blueprint guy, the Burndown podcast guys. And thank you all for subscribing to my channel, Authentically Angela. And on Spotify, you could listen Authentically Angela Cigar Podcast. And we'll see you next time. Authentically Angela Video Podcast. Thanks for joining.